Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCSG 81 and today we'll take a look at some very simple comparison between these two Marvel Legends War Machine from the Avengers Endgame. Okay, so this is a video by request that some of you actually requested me to do the comparison review and also to recommend which ones to get, and also because some of you wanted to get this one but they also know this one is coming out, so they don't know which ones to get or whether is it worthwhile to wait for this one or they should just get this one, because a lot of us are actually quite used to War Machine looking like this and not used to this very colorful piece. And also there's a thinking, some of you actually thought that this is just a repaint, which I will go through later and to analyze whether this is merely just a repaint. But this comparison review will be very different compared to my others, because I will not go through the overall look, the articulation, the accessory. Why? Is because both of them are actually from the Marvel Legends, so the accessories would be very similar, the articulation would be very similar, the price point would be very similar, so I don't want to go through all that. What I will do is just to compare both of them, whether it actually just a repaint or which one should you get and which one you should not get, okay, if you were just to choose one. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so before we begin with the comparison, I would like to share some of the facts and trivia which I read about the War Machine. So let's go through the War Machine since Mark 1, that we know that this is the War Machine Mark 1, which appears in the Iron Man 2 movie. Okay, and then after that we have the Iron Patriot, which is supposed to be the Mark 2, but they call it Iron Patriot because of the designs and the color. And then we will see that Iron Patriot is he's appearing in the Iron Man 3. Okay, and then on the Age of Ultron we get the proper War Machine Mark 2 that you can see right now. And then right after that we have Mark 3, which we see in the movie Civil War, whereby it got destroyed by visions, by accidents. And then after that we get the Mark 4, which is this one here. This is Mark 4, which appears in the Infinity War, and there's supposedly to be a Mark 5 in the Infinity War as well, but the idea was scrapped, and he actually looks very similar to Mark 4, except that I think the reddish part is more, you can see more of the red part, which is pretty cool. Okay, so there isn't Mark 5 that actually appeared in the MCU movie. And then after that we have Mark 6, which appears in the Avengers Endgame. Okay, but the Mark 6 that you see here is inaccurate. It doesn't look like this. So the actual Mark 6 design is the one that which s.h.figuarts recently announced. That's the one that how it should looks like, that you can see on the screen right now. That's the Mark 6, not this one. Okay, and then after that he got destroyed by the Thanos attacks on the Avenger headquarters. When he stuck at the rumbles, the Mark 6 was destroyed. And then Ant-Man actually found the Mark 7, and Rudy's actually wear it and do the final battle, which is this one. Okay, this is the correct Mark 7. Okay, so before this I always thought that this is the proper Mark 6 and this is like just a repaint so that they can have like something like a tribute to Iron Patriot. But no, this is correct. It actually appears in the movie at the end of Endgame, so it's also not Mark 6, it's actually Mark 7, and this is the incorrect one. Mark 6 isn't supposed to look like this one. It's supposed to look like the upcoming from the s.h.figuarts, which you see on the screen now. So yep, this is something that I found out which is pretty interesting. Okay, so for the comparison, first of all we'll strip off all the weaponaries. So let's try it. Okay, so it's gone now. Okay, so the reason why I want to remove it is just to take a look at the bare figure without any of the accessories. Okay, so since this is a big figures. Both of them are big figures, so sometimes it will get out of the camera screen, so forgive me if I didn't notice that. Okay, so a lot of you, including myself, actually thought that this is actually just a repaint. Okay, but it is actually not, as I mentioned in my previous review for this guy here that you can see right over here. And I've also reviewed this guy quite some time back. You can actually check the review right over here as well. Okay, so let's take a look. I would think that the base sculpture of these two figures is the same, but to become this one, they actually added quite a number of things. So now let's get through it. Okay, so from the head is pretty much the same, except you can already see that these two portion, the shoulder armor doesn't exist over here. He have this one instead. Okay, so this is the difference already. The shoulder is almost the same as well as the chest here, but you can already see that for the Iron Patriot one, they actually make it a lot more bulkier for the chest. This one is pretty just slim, and he actually added this piece here. Okay, so that's the difference. For the waist around here is almost similar. Okay, and then for the hands, let's take a look at the hands. Okay, again you can see right over here they actually added more parts, including this gun here, minigun, and they also lose this part over here, so the arm actually appear a lot bigger. Okay, and we take a look at the back. So the back is very different. Again, you can see that he have a kind of like a jetpack, but this one is just a simple one, nothing much here. Okay, and now let's go through the legs. For the legs, I think they is pretty much the same, just that they painted a different color. And these two pieces I forgotten to mention in my review, is actually can be taken off. Oops, sorry about that. Yep, so you see it actually can be removed. So the this version of War Machines also have this portion, but they actually cover it up. Okay, so they make it a hole to insert this missile launcher. Okay, so other than that, the legs looks pretty much the same. Oh, except for here. Again, you can see it's a very different legs altogether. Very different. Okay, so in conclusion, this is not a repaint. Actually, it's actually a very I would say like a 2.0. Okay, although the base mold is the same, I believe so, but they actually includes a lot more things which makes him looks even better. Okay, so it's not fair to say that it's just a repaint. Okay, it's actually a major improvement. Yep. And then let's give them back their accessories. Okay, so there you go, the accessories are back now. The weaponaries. Okay, so in terms of accessory, this War Machine Mark 6 only give the three handguns that you can see can be attached on the hands, one here and one here, and then the shoulder one. So that's all that they give. But this one, they also give also the weaponry only, and these two pieces here as well as these two pieces. So that's about it for the weapons and accessories that comes with both War Machines. It's just the guns that to be mounted on them and nothing much. Okay, but if you are talking about the package, this War Machine actually comes with two Thor head, which is actually, I find it pretty interesting, although I do not have any Marvel Legends Thor to actually fit them on, but it's actually pretty cool. So if you are still considering which one to get, I'm strongly recommending to get the latest one. Not because it's the latest one, it's because this is actually again movie accurate. It actually appeared in Avengers Endgame, and this one there is a Mark 6, but his design is not like this. It's the one that's supposed to be like the s.h.figuarts, which appears in the Avengers Endgame before it got destroyed. Okay, So yep, so this is just a simple comparison for you guys who still have doubts whether which one do you want to get, and the doubts that this is just a merely a repaint, but actually it's not just a repaint. Okay, so I hope you find this simple comparison informative, and I hope you like this kind of comparison review. So give me a thumbs up if you like it, and of course do leave me any comments if you have any further information about them, or if you have said anything wrong and you like to correct me. I'm always welcome you to share more information as we get to learn from each other. Okay, and also subscribe to my channel if you love my channel content so far, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.